Good morning. Welcome to the seventh day of fitness during Corona break. Okay. Till the time like everyone comes in and joins me, I'm going to answer as promised the question that some of you are asking, that why am I wearing the same clothes again and again and again every day? The answer is I don't have any other clothes. So what happened? I worked at Bangalore and I had come home for my mother's birthday, and then the travel restrictions came and the curfew happened. And now I'm stuck here without my workout gears, without shoes, without tripod. So when my actually this idea was my mother's idea, so I am getting a lot of thank you notes. Actually she deserves all those thank yous. So she told me that I don't care whether you have your workout gears or not, but because people are stuck at home for next 21 days and you work in fitness, and it is your responsibility to make sure that everyone you can reach to stays fit and has good immunity during the break. So that is how it all started. So we had not planned anything. We weren't prepared to like have live sessions or anything, but we just decided to roll with it. So the every day I just pray that okay, these old clothes which I have been endurance testing for like at least a week now, they they don't give up basically. I'm just hoping कि every day I pray कि please आज live मध्ये मुझे pant नको फाटू दे. So the moral of the story isn't to tell you that कि I have old clothes किंवा pant फाटणार आहे. So moral of the story is कि I know even you are stuck and there are a lot of things which will be limitations. For example, if you're staying in a family, you might not have enough space to work out, or you might not have your regular shoes or gears to work out, or you will not have access to everything, even like food that you used to eat regularly. So instead of focusing on the problems, let's all focus on the solutions in this together. Okay. So today, as I told you, today's workout is a very, very important workout because I hardly see anyone doing it. And I will explain you what this workout is about. Okay. So I see people in the gyms, okay, they do squats, they do lunges, they do like lateral pull downs. So basically they are working on this plane, okay, or max few exercises in this plane. But human body was designed to work in transverse plane, or it was designed to rotate, and we don't train for it. And then what happens, 70% of the injuries that get reported, that happen during the rotation. Okay, just imagine if you don't know how to rotate properly, then you are exposing your lower back, you are exposing your knee, you are exposing your foot to a lot of force and power when you rotate from one side to other side. So we definitely going to learn three very important exercises which you can do at home, which involves lot of rotation. Okay, so let's get started, starting with glute activation. Get into dog position. Let's go for 10 repetitions of rainbow leg lifts. People who are joining for the first time, we have been doing this since a week. So please go and check out all the old videos because we started from very basic and now we are moving forward. Every day I teach a new exercise, I explain it in details. But if I'm doing the exercise that I have already taught, I just directly start. So today we are going to start directly with rainbow leg lifts. Get into dog position, tuck your chin, shoulder blades in back pocket, engage your core. Lift one leg. Let's draw a rainbow. Core stable. 5 more. Keep your abs tight. Last 3. Excellent. Other side. Reset your position. Tuck your chin, shoulder blades back in back pockets. Abs engaged. Let's lift left leg. Stabilize your dog position. Let's draw some rainbows. 2, 3, continue. Point your toe and draw a nice and big rainbow. 5 more. One last. Excellent job. Sit back, relax for a 5-second small break. Next we are going to do is again come to dog position. If this is already difficult for you, like holding your spine in neutral position, then just stay here, lift one hand, touch the shoulder of the other hand and repeat the same on the left side. If this is not challenging, walk your hands forward, open your hips, push your body weight forward. This is like a beginning position of your knee push-up. From this position, stay here, do the same. Shoulder tap and shoulder tap. Let's do 5 here. Keep your core tight. I don't want you to lose balance when you lift your hand. Keep your core engaged. Tuck your chin. For people who want little more challenge, go into high plank. You can also take more distance in your legs so that you have more stability and do the same tapping exercise. Little more challenge, come to high plank and continue. Last 4 on each side. Excellent job. This shoulder tapping exercise is a very important exercise. Please include to every exercise routine that you do. What we are training in this exercise is decelerating the rotation. When you lift your hand, gravity pulls you down. Okay? And what you're doing is you're using your core muscles and resisting that rotation. This deceleration, or in simple words, breaking of a rotation is very, very crucial. Because as I told you, the injuries happened when you are rotating without any control. Okay? So deceleration, always remember braking is equally important. Now the next 3 exercises. First we will do 3 to 4 repetitions. Then we will do an entire set of 10 repetitions without break. Stand up. First exercise is called wood chopper. So as the name suggests, it is nothing but imagine you having an it's like a wood chopper chopping wood. Okay, so we are going to start. Obviously, as yesterday I explained, get into active plank. So plant your legs, engage your core, shoulder blades in back pocket, tuck your chin. From this position, lift your hands up. So when you go to when you rotate to right side, you need to turn your left leg. Okay, don't just stay here and try to rotate. Definitely harm your back. So always the rotation happens starting from the leg. Okay, so go to that side and chop. I'm going to go slow initially. Everyone try it in slow motion first, because let's go. Open your hands, turn your left leg. Now when you're going to go down, you are going to turn your right leg. Okay, because there is only 10-degree rotation in your lower back. So you obviously cannot twist beyond 10 degree. Don't try to twist it. It will definitely create a lot of injuries. So instead, take your leg, your ankle can rotate, your hip can rotate, your upper back can rotate. So use those three body parts, turn to one side and chop. And chop. I want rotation to come from legs, okay? And chop, other side, and chop, and chop. We can increase the power. Let's do it. Breathe in as you're up. When you're going to chop, you're going to breathe out through your mouth. Understood? This is wood chopper. Second exercise is called hay baler. It is opposite of this exercise. So we were chopping from top to bottom. Now we are going to, what is hay baler? Hay you already know. Gawat jala म्हणतात मराठीत. And people who load that in a truck, those are called hay balers. So basically you are going to lift something heavy from the ground and you are going to push it up in a truck or what else? What do you call it? Tempo maybe. Yeah. So let's go. So when you want to go down, you are not going to bend down from your back. What you can use is your knee. So knee can bend, right? So when you are going to go down, you are going to bend slightly in your knee. You can lift the weight and then rotate with power and throw it up. Let's do it. 3 more on this side. Turn, lift the weight and throw. Throughout the movement, my abs are tight. I already explained you. I want your abs to be as tight and as hard as rock. So if I poke myself right now, it is feeling very, very hard like rock, and your abs should feel like that too. Let's do 2 more. And throw. And throw. Other side. Now with maximum power. As fast as you can rotate. 3. Same breathing pattern will be there. Breathe in, and as you throw, breathe out through your mouth. Okay? Wonderful. Third exercise is jab. You have seen this in boxing. So same thing applies here. So if you just punch like this, there is hardly any power to your punch. Plus, you are constantly putting lot of force on your lower back, and your lower back cannot handle that much of force, the reactive force that is going to come from your punches. Okay, so what you are going to do is always initiate the rotation from your leg. That entire force should travel through your core. That's why the core is very important. Okay, and then punch hard. And we are going to punch across. And we are going to come back completely. So don't just punch forward like this. A lot of people when they're asked to punch, they just do this. Bring your hand back. That is also equally important. So punch and back, and punch and back, and punch and back, and punch and back. Let's do it. Starting slow. Punch with twist. Bring your hand all the way back, and jab, and back, and jab, and back. Now with power. Then you can also go as fast as you can. Let's do all 3 together, starting with wood chopper. I'm going to remove this. 10 repetitions on each side without any break. And I want every rotation with core engaged and with maximum power. Okay, let's go. Wood chopper. Other side. Remember that you are chopping wood, so you should put that much power. Last 3. See, if you cut like this, na, then even cardboard won't get cut. You are going to cut the wood, so that much force and that much power. Okay, keep your core engaged. Let's go to hay baler. Twist, go down, lift, and throw up. That's 5. Other side. Core tight. That's 4. My earphones are falling. That tells you that I'm rotating with lot of power and force. Okay. Last one, jabs. Get ready. Cover your nose. Let's go. You don't want to stand in front of me right now, do you? Last 5. Let's stretch out. Starting with fetal position, lie down on your back. Bring your knees close to your chest. Also bring your head close to your chest. Hold there for minimum 10 seconds. You can hold for 30 seconds as well. Beautiful. Next stretch today is called butterfly position. So what butterfly position means is you join your feet and bring them back. Okay? And then you try to push your knees in the ground. It stretches inner thighs. The mistake I see people doing is they do this. Okay, this is called dynamic stretching. This is not done after workout. If you're doing this before workout, it is fine, but post workout you have to stretch and hold that stretch for long duration. Okay, so hold your knees, hold your feet together and push your knees in the ground and don't bend with it. Stay upright. Hold for 10 seconds. Excellent. From this position, we are going to stretch QL or the quadratus lumborum. Name for you is not important. You just need to understand that this is the muscle on the side of your lower back and it gets tight quite often. We need to stretch it and keep it at optimum length. So how I'm going to do that stretch is, I'm going to stay in butterfly position. I'm going to get into this position as if I'm holding a big ball in my hand, and then I'm going to turn to one side. So if I'm taking right hand up, then I should feel the stretch on the right side. Let's do it. Show you from this angle as well. Keep your knees down and stretch. Once you feel the stretch, hold that stretch for 10 seconds. Beautiful. Other side. Now left hand will be on top. Okay, stand, sit upright. Push your knees in the ground. Excellent job. Okay. We are done.